welcome to Team Building Exercise Season 5, Episode 4. Today, these knuckleheads are going to be talking about the spooky Mazon.
Welcome to this edition of the award-winning Team Building Exercise Season 5, Episode 4. Who knew we'd get to 5 seasons? Not I.
Not me.
Oh no, not I. I'm Rob.
I'm Jack.
Coach!
And we're talking about the Mazon Labs. They're from Louisiana. I don't know why I said it like that. Yeah, they're the evil scientists of the Deadzone world, and we're here to discuss how their experiments are going. And the first person to discuss his evil experiments... Oh, no, I mean the Mazon Labs, because Jack has these evil experiments. We don't want him to discuss those. Jack, please, discuss.
Well, welcome back, everyone. Thank you for watching.
And good night.
And good night. Yeah, so I always go first, so let's get on with the show. I'm starting with Dr. Lucas Coiner as my leader.
Coming out hot. All right, Jack.
Stats are okay. 5'4". That's not what he's there for. He's a he's there
because he looks like Dr. Octopus. Is that
medic? Yeah, he's right over your shoulder. Actually, if you want to look over Rob's shoulder, that's him in the background with all his.
My finger disappears, but there he is.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for my finger to show up on Rob's screen, but it's not working.
No, that was the wrong one. That was me.
No, mine's the only one that counts because I'm recording it. So.
Oh, okay.
It's the way it should be. It's Jack, Rob, then me. It's in perfect order. I have it.
Oh, see, I'm at the bottom of my screen.
Nobody cares.
Okay.
I don't.
So he's got companion because his arms act as independent as he flails his phalanges in an independent way that assist him in combat.
How do you guys feel about that? How do you feel about that? So there's some other factions, whatever. Somebody on the rules committee wrote this, and it was awesome. No longer there. He wrote a rule that, like, if somebody gives you a rule that even though you're alone, you will always have an extra dice because of having a not a friend per se, but something that helps you.
A bird or a.
The bird is what kicked it off, but now they have the arms and stuff, and now Coiner has it. What do you think about companion? Just in general, because it's a little bit more. It was only one. Sohin was the only one, and now it's pretty not widespread, but there's a lot more of it.
I like it. Especially thematically. I know he's not Dr. Octopus. He's he's got some similarities. I think it's a nice little rule. I would hope with his stats and what he can do that he's not going to have to be in combat.
Yeah, exactly.
But if it happens, it'd be nice if he's able to.
He needs all the help he can get if someone attacks him. So.
He might be able to pull it off with that. Listen, rolling a die in
Deadzone. He's on 4s, though.
Yeah, you know what? Well, no, he survives on 4s, but he fights on 5s. So
5's average.
Yeah, but you think about it. You never know with Deadzone.
And he's only got 2 hit points too.
Yeah, you roll some 8s, man. It gets you out of danger quick. Yeah.
So he's a tactician 2, fast acting serum. Which if you wanted to, although you were blinded by a chemical spill as a child, so how are your other senses?
Well, I have it in Braille. So, hold on. Fact-acting serum places a model from your strike team. I'm just going to paraphrase. So, basically, if something dies, you can use a splat. Are we calling it splat or command action? What do they call it now? Splats?
No, I think they call them command dice. Or
I think they tried to make it sound a bit more professional than it used to be. Splats as a colloquialism. If we could just keep that as a coined term.
Would the splat now be?
Term.
Would the splat now be?
Hey.
Would the splat now be? Kind of our lore, instead of calling it a special order,
Well, you know how long someone's been playing? If they call it a splat, they're old school.
Yeah.
Second gen.
First gen. Well, yeah, second gen.
No, there was no splats.
Well, I'm saying first gen of the splat of the
Splat.
command dice. But yeah.
But I think everyone called the Mantic logo the Mantic Splat even in first edition.
Yeah.
I know it was
Even before, probably when it was first designed, everybody called it a splat. That's why it's called that.
And then I think, remember they used to have the logo where it said Mantic and then the thing would splat? They're you know.
Like animated?
Yeah, it was, that was early on.
I think, if I remember correctly, Ronnie at some point was talking to an illustrator and was like, "You stupid ass," and he smacked him with something, and blood hit the paper. And he went, "No, that's it.
That's it.
That's it right there."
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that just smack people around.
That's why he carries that gavel. Like I wondered, and then
I thought he was part of the judges.
Well,
Judge Ronnie.
Well, let's not get sidebarred. This show, let's not get sidebarred.
Never happens. So
Especially
basically,
some of this is pretty gold, and if we have another failure,
it's not
and
my
this
fault.
doesn't make it.
A, it's not gold, and B, we can afford a failure.
Okay.
It's fast-acting serum. Basically, when somebody dies, use a splat or a special order, and you can put a plague victim in there, which is actually a pretty good unit in this faction. It will be prone. It will be, suppressed, and you'll have to get up because it's basically the guy dies and then he comes up as a plague victim. And if you kill that model, let's say it's a 3-point model, a 3 VP model, and then you kill the plague victim that he turns into, your opponent will also get those VPs, which is kind of cool.
Was it always plague victim, or was it a plague zombie before?
It was always a plague victim.
It was victim.
For that, the plague had the one where you made him into a zombie.
Okay.
That was
Rules.
What was her name? What is her name?
Simmons?
Yeah.
No, Simmons didn't do that, did she? I don't know. We'll get to it. We'll be there.
Yeah. So, anyways, let's. He's got some other stuff. We could talk about his weapons, but for now, 3 VPs for him, 26 points. I like him. I think the fast-acting serum, one of my favorite splats. So we're gonna come down to my troops. First of my troops.
Recon 6, though. Oof.
Yeah, Recon 6+.
That's
skipping over one of the bad things.
Very unlike Jack.
He's not a very good leader. He's got TAC 2 though.
TAC 2.
But the troops just don't listen to him.
Well, listen to me though. Dr. Coiner has gone to a prestigious college, maybe in the 3rd or 4th sphere, I would say, because he's coming back at you. He's an engineer and a medic now too, which he didn't have before. So now he's really he's
multifaceted.
Is that the 2nd doctorate he's received?
He must, yeah. He got an engineering and a medicine
and an MD. Maybe somebody. Jack, your troops.
We're going to the troops here. I started with the Urbana Blackwing Marines. Now I took 4 of them. Laser rifle, pretty 5 across the boards. I think if you're going to go bog standard with stats for troops, range 6, rapid fire, and
Waka waka waka, what's up?
Trying something new?
Yeah. Figured I'd change it up.
going old school, like 1980s hip hop.
Waka, what's up?
Oh,
Georgie, how you feeling? You've been under the weather.
Yeah, it's been pretty bad.
Yeah. You had that Goblin 19? It was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Remind me, never eat maw beast meat.
Okay.
Never eat mommy's meat.
I like the alliteration. That's a good slogan.
Nem.
We're gonna make that a shirt.
we should, with your face and a big plate in front of you.
Just a bowl of puke. Never eat Maw-beast meat.
We could put it on the back of the shirt, the Maw-beast with the extra when you used to have the Marauder through it, but now you can put the Maw-beast on the back.
Well, thanks for showing up, Georgie. This has been a
you're
pleasure.
welcome.
Wow.
Wait, what's going on?
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
He was rewound.
Hey guys.
Hey! The Chief is back.
Oh, what's up?
What's up, Chief? How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good.
Did you take care of that stuff that you're supposed to take care of?
Maybe.
Okay. We don't talk about it, but you take care of it. Chief's taking care of business on this side. Don't worry about it.
Take care of it.
Don't worry about it. We take care of it. Don't worry about it. Forget about it.
So, how's everybody doing? I haven't been on the award-winning team building exercise in a while.
Yeah. Why are you so loud?
I don't know. I'll go over here.
Okay, that's better.
Is this better?
So what do you have a new segment you're doing or something like Boomer's Rumors was bantied about? Are you gonna?
Well, what rhymes with Mamalunka?
Elephant's trunka.
Lots of spunka.
I'll have to get back to you next episode.
Okay.
Hey, Chief, can you put Georgie back on?
Words
Okay,
I've never thought
hold
Coach
on.
would ever say.
Well, hold on, Rob. Slow down. It's a plan.
I'm back.
Hey, Georgie, remember like when I spoke to you before about maybe writing some stuff down and having an idea to do something? This is kind of what I was talking about.
I don't get it.
Yeah, exactly. That GED is really coming in handy.
The comment section's gonna light up on this one.
Oh, it's not even a glacial. It's like I don't know what's worse than that. Jack, you would know.
We got a new T-shirt design. Andy has a new catchphrase. I'm with
Yeah,
Georgie
we
this
got a
time.
lot out of this episode. I don't know what you're
Yeah, I
talking
do.
about.
Okay.
What more do you want?
It's bad when Jack's trying to get rid of him.
Well, if we can seal the deal with a top-notch Excelsior, like if he really hits it, we might be able to.
Jack. Oh, I'm blushing.
Can call
Well.
him blush.
I'm so glad we do video now because now I can see Jack's reactions.
All right, well, Excelsior! Was that good?
That was good. I could hear you spinning. Like the fact that you're pirouetting about it transferred. It was audibly you could. That was fantastic.
I'm a little lightheaded.
Georgie, did you catch what Jack said?
I'm still lightheaded.
Because he was spinning a boot.
Oh,
All right. May make fun of the Canadians. Excelsior!
That's when you gotta go, man.
yeah, okay.
Georgie Goblin has
Okay.
left the building. I don't care, man. I like the Goblins coming on. You guys, I know some of the fans despise it, but just skip ahead. Maybe in the things I'll have like regular show, and then like after Georgie, we'll put the timestamps in so that people get
But do
through.
them in the wrong spot, so they skip to Georgie's part.
Yeah, and all of them go to Georgie. Jack's list,
That's right.
Rob's list, Georgie the Goblin.
You just click on it, and all it goes to just Georgie.
It's good to hear the Chief though, man. I'm glad he's doing well.
Yeah, I don't
I
know what
assume he was
happened. He pulled up on that microphone real close.
Got deep too, man. Got deeper
He
voice.
put it in his mouth.
Yeah. Okay. So back to the list. We don't want to dally too much.
Nope.
Marines.
The Marines. So I chose 4 of them.
The Urbana
One
Black
BP
Green.
each. They've got the rapid fire, which gives them a little. I thoroughly enjoy the rapid fire on them. Then I went with the Rangers, the Urbana Blackwing Rangers.
Hold on, Jack. I gotta flip a bunch of pages to get to it. Hold on. There it is. Good. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you'd think they'd be side by side, but they're not.
I was confused why it was a little. Is there no alphabetizing going on? Especially since troops and specialists are all over the place. Why don't they just put in alphabetical order? Who decided on the layout? I wasn't accusatory. I was just curious.
Yeah, I have gotten more used to the layout as time goes on. I was on the fence, and I know Coach has gone one way, and I think I've kind of gone the other. But I do find that Easy Army is... I like Easy Army a lot. It's not perfect. Between the two...
No, I like it a lot. But the thing is, the one thing we've said this before, I like that everything is there with the VPs, and it's already doped out for you, but I don't know if the other way would have been better, putting all the troops and then like that. But I don't know. I mean, it's just
the only thing I don't like about Easy Army is when you try to add a item to a guy, you have to delete him and then add him back in. That's the pain in the ass.
Really?
I wish you could just add an item to a guy.
What?
Especially if you I'll take 4 of these guys. I got to give one a grenade. Well, then you have to subtract 1 from that group, or else you're giving 4 grenades to 4 people. Yeah. So 4 VPs for them. They must be 2 each. They have the laser carbine, which has rapid fire and weight of fire 1. Now, I took them because they've got scout and the weight of fire 1. I'm losing out on my my recon. So having 2 guys that I can kind of move up hopefully mitigates that a bit. A lot of times we don't play with recon. Recon's kind of a weird thing, so I'm not too worried. But anyways, and my last troop, my last troops.
Hold on, I gotta switch my page right here. There you go. All right, Jack. 3 beta cyborgs. What? Some new hotness.
I do have the Dreadball team. That is, the cyborgs are my team of choice. When I'm not the ringer at a tournament using Sphere, the cyborgs are my jam. So
I don't often play Dreadball, but when I do, it's the cyborgs.
Did you rip off some off of a base and put them onto a real base?
I didn't.
Not
because
yet.
I do want to continue using them, but
so is this a technicality for your must-have the models for the game?
I have the models. They're there.
You're not on the right base.
You're not. Nobody backs Jack into a corner. All right, easy there, Rob.
Yeah, easy there. And I don't remember anywhere that the base has to be round. Hexagonal 25 mil is still.
Okay.
Dimensionally is the same.
I'm curious.
I'll give. I was on the fence a little bit, but Jack, you make a very good point there, Jack.
I wonder, does it say anywhere it has to be round?
Nuh-uh. I do not recall, but
Senator, I do not recall that.
The senator will not be taking any questions.
I will give my time over to the good state of Virginia.
Jack, if I may.
Yeah.
Base sizes. Each model entry will indicate a model's base size. Example, 25 millimeter, 60 millimeter, etc. Doesn't have to be round.
And honestly, until Rob had said that, I did not think at all that it would be a problem that it would be hexagonal. Like that blew my mind as soon as you said that. I was like, oh, no.
I wonder. I would like to see the rules at some tournaments if they'd allow that. Would you get some pushback from your opponents?
Possibly.
Does it matter?
Take a little fun tech and put them on a 25 mil base.
Do I have any? I don't think I have any 25 mil bases. I was going to take a hex base and see if one's what pieces aren't included on the round. Like, how much does it matter, right?
Again,
because it's not point to point. I think it's side to side on a hex base.
I didn't put that much thought into it. I just made the assumption that it would be.
I think it might be a disadvantage to use a hex base. I think it's actually larger than a 25 millimeter round, so
that you'd
actually have more. Yeah,
that there would be 8 points sticking out past where the rounded bit would have been.
Yeah. Well, 6 because it's a hex base, but yeah.
Yep. I use octagonal bases on mine.
Okay.
Now really pushing.
Why did I say 8? I don't know.
BattleTech.
Well, yeah, that's what exactly I was.
But they're hex bases. They're 6.
The 8 bases, 8 points on the. Okay. Anyways, they're constructs, resilient 1, so they're a little more. 2 hit points, like a normal thing, but resilient, got a little bit of beef to them. They have something called a Stinger Bolt, which is for close combat, AP 1, and they've got a Charge Burst, which is range 2. Yeah.
What do you think a Stinger Bolt is?
At no point have they designated what the beta or alpha cyborg is. In my mind, I know which one I think I would use.
Yeah, looking at the pictures, they don't show any of the cyborgs. So
the alpha's got to be the orc with the big crushing claw. It's got to be, because he's a beast.
What size is the alpha? Is same size base though, but he is size 2, so he is bigger. So that makes sense.
So, but after that, you have the jacks and you have the.
The beta's the alpha's a size 2 and he's on a 25 mil base, but the beta is a size 1 on a 25 mil base. But a Peacekeeper is size 2 on a 40 mil. I'm just saying.
Wow, because Peacekeepers are easier to hit. Let's forget the Peacekeepers exist.
Not every episode.
All right. Let's not talk about the Enforcers. You're right. So what are those little things that fly around on the Nameless?
Needle drone?
Yeah.
And they're like on 60 millimeter, aren't they?
On a 40.
Yeah. Whatever. There's size 1.
Disrespectful.
So your beta, he is...
How many did you take, Jack?
I took 3 of them.
Nice.
3.
For 36 points each.
You have a lot of troops in your army.
Yeah, but I Mazon Labs is one of those ones that's kind of troop heavy. Like you'll see the rest of my list. It's pretty hoardy. So after the beta cyborgs, I have the Krastovor.
Oh,
my specialist. 3 VPs. I've got one of them. Here we go. Now he's got fights on 4+. That's nice. Saves on 5+. Not so bad. 4 hit points. 4 hit points.
Nice.
Not bad.
Moves 2-3 too.
Yes.
2-3 also.
2-3 with agile, and he's stealthy.
Right.
He's a nimble, sneaky little guy. He's a sneaky boy. Now, if you see the model, he don't look like he'd be stealthy. But he must be quiet, like.
Or he's got like a field around him or something.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, he does have poison fangs, AP 1, toxic 1.
That's nice.
That is nice, especially we've addressed toxic now. The change in version 3, what the sitch is.
Well, it was in version 2. But it wasn't as widespread as it now.
And it's now all encompassing with a bunch of other stuff. But and he's also got a range 2 web spinner that stuns. So stun is nice.
Sounds awesome.
There's a lot of stun in this list too, I think.
Yeah. Well, I think that was the that's the like underlying tone to the faction. There's a bunch of things that can stun you in this, so that's pretty good. That's really good. Just saying.
Yeah. So for 26 points, something with 4 hit points and fights on 4s. I'm not going to complain about that. And then next
And
I
he's
have
only a specialist. He's not even a support. So
no.
you only have to have one troop to get. You could build a huge list with lots of Crestivores if you really wanted to.
Again, I'm only going with what I have, and I have one. But if we're going to pull back the curtain for later in the episode, if you were to say, hey, what would you have taken multiples of? Ding, 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 ding.
Mm-hmm.
And lastly, I have Aberration. Fights on 3s. 5 hit points. You don't need to. No one needs to sing the praises of the Aberration.
Yeah, no.
If you've seen the model, you're like, I love it. And if you look at the stats, I love it. But definitely Frenzy 1, Rampage, Tough. He's got AP1 and knockback.
And your coiner can give him that, shoot him up and make it so the Rampage doesn't go off.
Right.
He's got, what is it called? Control or something like that?
Yeah, under control.
Yeah, he's got that ability with one of his weapons. So
right. But you got to think about something that, I don't know if you guys watched the video, but when I break it down, the Aberration actually got better in the sense that, think about this, right? So you're always rolling 3, right? So you're going to start a fight. That's 4. You're always going to be bigger, right? So that's
Chances
5.
are.
I'd say 90% you're going to be bigger. Even size 3s are going to, you're still bigger. So that's 5. Now you have Smash. You're rolling 6 dice coming in. 5 dice if you just, restarting the fight, but probably going to injure the guy. So that'd still be 6. And if the guy is injured, it's 7 dice. So you're rolling 7 dice on a 3-up with Frenzy 1.
3-up. Frenzy 1.
I think the Frenzy 1's kind of dumb. 3-ups, you're not going to miss enough for Frenzy to be worth
it.
But
I think that with Smash, see, I'm a guy. Don't take away Frenzy from the Aberration. Don't do it. But if you're giving him Smash and he's rolling 5 minimum. You know what I mean? At least 5 minimum, and and then you're gonna re-roll 1 on a 3. You know what? Maybe the thinking was that, well, you're rolling 3s. You're never gonna have to re-roll anything, so don't worry about it. You're gonna hit them all. But
and maybe it's one of those ones where they go, wow, if you really stink up the joint with a dice roll, like all 1s and 2s.
Yeah, just in case.
Just in case.
And he has knockback, so even when he hits somebody, he knocks him to the next square, so he can charge him again anyway. So
well, you can knock him into a wall and then prone him, and then that. But also, the only thing I think they should have did was give him 6 hit points.
Even
you
bigger.
Think so?
Well, you know what? He's got Tough, but I'm thinking comparing him to like
instead of Tough,
Goliath.
Yeah. Take Tough away and give him 6 hit points.
Yeah, well, I would not want to have 6 hit points and not Tough, because having Tough is like having a 6 hit point, really.
Yeah, that's why they do it.
Yeah.
They took Tough away from a lot of other things, but they didn't take away from this guy.
Yeah, well, they shouldn't. He's built like a brick outhouse. So.
Yeah. So, I don't need to sing the praises of him too much. So that is, I've got 12 people in my list, 9 troops, 1 specialist, 1 support, 21 VPs, 200 points on the nose.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
Excellent.
it.
Not bad, Jack. This is a good. Sounds like a fun list.
Definitely one that I would play and enjoy.
And if everybody doesn't know, tuning in, we didn't mention it, that Jack is only making lists with stuff he has on hand. Now, is that official Mantic models?
Yes, 100% Mantic models.
So no, like, now that it's pretty silent in here, but in a little while, there's going to be a lot of noise. Even with those magic machines, Jack is going straight up Mantic.
Yes, yeah. And I could have went with, because I do have 2 aberrations, I could have put 2 in the list, but for 40 points, they are 40 points for VPs, and I've learned the hard way that you can one-shot an aberration, at least in version 2, at Adepticon at the tournament, when Rusted Beetle just one-shotted my aberration.
That's just, I mean, good for Beetle, but man, that's That's some hard cheese.
Yeah, and then my boy Rob comes slithering up behind me. Hey, how's it going over here? And then someone took a picture.
It's funny because it's like, oh man, I just lost this really bad unit, and here comes Rob. Hey, how's it going, guys? Get out of here, Rob. Rob shows up, the harbinger.
Yeah. Somehow he knew I was crestfallen.
I could smell the anger.
Jack's at his lowest. I better go over there and just make sure it's rubbed right in his face.
Ooh, that's so terrible that you lost it. Good one, Beetle.
Yeah.
How much is that model? 40 points. Ooh, that must hurt.
Ooh, 40. Jeez, is that enough to win right there? Jeez.
Wow.
All right. I think there's enough salt in the wound.
Okay, so we'll be back from this quick break to talk about my list and then Coach's list. So, bye-bye for now.
Sorry to interrupt, but have you heard of Dragon's Tome? Introducing the Dragon's Tome. Join your hosts, Jack, Chopper, and Rob, as they go down a nostalgia rabbit hole, the only YouTube channel to look at every Dragon magazine in chronological order. If you'd like some fantasy shenanigans, search for Dragon's Tome on YouTube. You can also find us on Twitter, @Dragon's Tome, or email us at dragonstomepodcast@gmail.com. Now, back to your regularly scheduled programming.
All right, we are back. Hopefully the pace is, moving right along. And that was Jack's list.
Glacial.
No. What's the opposite of glacial? Don't say it, Rob. You're thinking
global warming.
You're thinking dirty. I know Jack was. Don't say it, Rob.
Jack's riding dirty.
So
I do. I ghost whip all the time.
No,
so let's not get distracted too much. But
Jack's a ride or die bitch. He's there.
That's right.
That's right. But don't interrupt me. I'm bringing us back. So anyway, that was Jack's.
I'm just saying that. See, the hexagon base. Rob was right. It is 25 mil from flat to flat. It's 28 from the point to point.
Now, that's the Dreadball base?
This is the Dreadball base.
Oh, all right.
So Rob is correct. As the show goes on, I'm going to be removing the Dreadball bases from my all my Crystallins and my all of my
Crystallins. You don't need those.
Are you gonna tell me I can't just snap the bases off all of these miniatures, these Dreadball miniatures?
Well, you just proved that you didn't have to.
Like.
You just
I proved that technically I would have to.
Why? How big was it?
28 out to the corners.
28.
But to the corners, to the sides, it's 25.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to.
It doesn't. I don't know. When you buy those hex spaces. Do they say 25 millimeter hex bases or do they say 28 millimeter? I'm pretty sure they say 25 millimeter. I think they're legal.
I don't know. I think I'm going to be breaking off all these bases during the show. So everyone just watch. As I go on, I'm going to be removing the bases of all these. Oh, and
just
thanks,
cut
Rick.
Down at Lake.
Rick from the Deadzone podcast gave me this tray. Since it's on here, take a look. See, it says thanks, Rick. Yeah. The boys from Deadzone, the podcast, they are some gentlemen and scholars. Go on. Yeah.
So now that we're back, and as I was rudely interrupted, we'll forge
just
on
edit
ahead.
all that out. This is where he starts the
forge right on ahead to Rob's list. Now, Rob has to take. Rob, is this another faction that you hate, or?
I have no opinion of them.
See, it's Jack is bringing the show down, man.
I've never played Mazon Labs. I've never cared about them. They're new. They got that new stink on them.
You like
the
old
new
stuff.
car smell. Yeah, I like the old dirty OG4. That's the only guys I play. Well, 6 technically, I guess, because I do play Asterians. Yes. So Mazon Labs. I went for the new hotness because I love the new hotness. I think I just said that, didn't I?
Yes.
I chose Cyborg Prime, the Prime Cyborg, as my main man, my leader. He is size 1, 2 points normal, 1 armor, saves on 5s, fights on 4s, shoots on 4s, which is pretty good. Construct, Engineer, Recon 5+, a little bit better than that than the old Coiner there, but TAC 1, so worse there. Resilient 1, so he's got Weight of Health 1. And he's got Networked. Please, Coach, tell us what Networked does.
After activating a cyborg model, you may remove an activation marker from another cyborg model. Now, this is ridiculously OP. It just it just is.
You're going to be well, cyborgs aren't great, but you're going to be activating a lot of cyborgs in this list because as long as you roll, you're just going to be like, I'll move him and I'll use this to move this guy. And then
so if you roll, let's say 4 special order splats, can that guy act? You could remove it from 4 guys.
After you have to activate a cyborg to remove it. So
Correct.
Every time you activate one, you can remove one. Yep.
Okay, so after activating a cyborg model, you remove an activation marker from another cyborg model. It doesn't say how many. It just says 8 from another. From another.
Yeah. I would think it would say any other if it was more than one. Well, that's the beauty of the English language. It's so unclear, you'll never know what it means.
But that's so basically a cyborg can go and then take an activation off and go and take. Yeah, you could chain this. This is bad news, man.
It's almost like they're networked together.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, so that's kind of fun. So obviously, I'm gonna have a lot of cyborgs on my list.
Let me turn the page.
Yeah, go to the cyborg page.
Yep.
For my troops, it's going to be the cyborg betas. I got 5 of them. They are 5/4/5, 1 armor. Once again, for a troop to have armor is pretty good in this list because they took armor away from a lot of stuff. And construct and resilient 1. They got weight of health 1. Great. Stinger bolt. Still don't know what that is. Maybe it's like a little thing that shoots out, like a cow killer. What are those things that they use to kill cows?
Oh yeah. So they put it up against the forehead and they
I think that's what stinger bolt is.
Isn't it like a pneumatic press? Pneumatic
so
press? Jack, since you have them in the tray from Deadzone the podcast, guys, the beta, which one would that be?
See, that's the thing. The rest of them are all basically the same size, and I was picturing. Well, there's a Judd one that's a little thinner, a little. I was thinking the beta would either be the nameless dude with the tentacles, little squiddly boy, or there's another Jack who's got. He just looks like a regular old dude, except for the back of his head is all robotics.
How many of those regular guys come in a Dreadball box?
Ooh, that's a bold question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5, 6, 7 of them. You could probably.
Okay. I need 5, so there you go.
Yeah, you can do that, but definitely, I would say that any one of them would do for the beta.
Now I move on to my next guy. He's a specialist. He's the Cyborg Alpha.
No.
He's 5/4/5, which is the same. 1/2/1, which is 1/2/2, which is he's slightly bigger. Claws, AP2 Frenzy 1, which is nice. He's got Construct Resilient, and he's got the Charge Burst. How many Cyborg Alphas do you think come in a box of Dreadball
2
Cyborgs? I need 3, Jack. Do I have to buy 2 boxes of... Well, first of all, you can't buy Dreadball Cyborgs anymore. But even if you could, how? I'd have to buy 2 boxes just to make my Mazon Labs list. Is that what you're telling me?
I'm telling you, you can go to any of your friendly neighborhood game shops, and I'm sure there's some laying around. You can.
I gotta buy 2 though.
You would have to. You would have to.
Yeah, but then you would have so many more betas.
That's true.
But I only need 5.
But then you could also play Dreadball.
Is there a hero cyborg that I can use as an alpha?
There is the leader, the head honcho guy.
Can you buy him separately?
Dreadball teams come with one, so see
Does
that's
he come
the thing.
Separate?
But
The old versions,
like an MVP, right?
yeah. Your captain.
Yeah. Anyways, that was my specialist. I took 3 of those.
Wait, don't gloss over the fact. He's got a Survivor 5 with weight of health 1.
Mm-hmm.
But now he's got armor 1, 2 health points.
He's size 2.
Size 2 with 2 health points, which is it's weird. But he's
and the
got
beta's size 1 with 2 hit points.
Right.
So you got the same hit points as the beta.
Which I think he should have 3 since he's that. But anyway, close combat AP 2 frenzy 1 with armor 1, fighting on 4s for 16 points.
Yeah.
That's why this guy got Coach's seal of approval.
Yeah, but he lost a hit point. I think that's why. So he's a little
but
he's pretty cheap. That's why I got 3 of them. Plus, you can, when you activate one, use your splat to activate another one.
Correct. But even so, like, all right. So now this guy goes. One of your 3 go, right? This guy goes, right? Or you activate one, then you activate another one.
What you do is you activate a beta, you activate an alpha, then you activate a beta to reactivate that alpha, then you activate another beta to reactivate the first alpha. You could, because it doesn't say you have to do a different one. You could reactivate the same alpha to walk across the whole goddamn board.
Right. That's what I'm saying. This thing is crazy OP. Now, I don't know what the rest of your list is, but, like, what do we got? Yeah, no. Because I was going to say Subject 901.
There's no more cyborgs.
No, but I'm saying Subject 901 is only TAC 1. If you can get a TAC 2 in there and then get, that would be crazy.
So, say for instance, you had with your command dice, you would just need activations and splats, and you could really run the board real quick.
Yeah.
Well, you need activations because the splat is an activation, really.
But then you
really
have to...
That's all it really does is give you an extra activation splat. Is there? I don't think there's any other cyborgs, though, right? These are all the cyborgs.
That's the 3, yeah.
Like even 901 isn't technically a cyborg, right?
Well, he's a plague victim, really. He's similar
got
to
all
a
that
plague
stuff
victim.
in him, doesn't he?
Well, no, but if you look at the model, he's a plague victim.
Yeah, I guess so. So my next creature is another specialist. I only took one of them. I probably should have taken more, but it's a Crestivore. Those things are awesome. Jack already talked about how awesome they are. They are awesome. And Poison Fangs, they're AP 1 with Toxic. This list actually I have tons of AP in this list, which is unusual for any list.
Which is insane because, like, everybody got a demotion in this, but I guess that's why I told you the Mazon's a sleeper. I'm telling you.
But my list, you'll notice so far, is all close combat. I have some range 2 charge bursts, but it's all close combat. I need something to shoot things.
Okay.
So my very last thing, I took a support, and there's only one support that shoots, and that's the heavy support Strider. Heavy burst laser, range 10, suppression, weight of fire 2. He's size 4, 5 hit points, armor 3, 555, walker. So he's going to be my guy shooting everybody, suppressing them, knocking them down, so my other guys jump on him. I took all either cyborgs or things that are robotic. So that's my theme on my list. 11 units, which is I'm amazed at almost as many units as Jack. 5 troops, 4 specialists, 1 support, 20 VPs, 200 points on dot because I think I threw in a frag grenade for my leader because I needed a frag. I had 3 points. I think frag's 3.
Yeah.
3 points. So I had nothing else to buy for it. So I threw in a
frag 3 is 6 points.
Yeah. Well, nothing costs that less. Nothing's that low, so I had to use it. So it was just points wise. And I think he was the best ranged out of my whole unit. Yeah. So that's why I gave it to my prime. So he's got a frag grenade. And that's it. My list. And hopefully it is pretty much a plague list. But instead of plagues, they're all for cyborgs. They're going to be all running up and attacking. And that's the beauty of... For an extra activation splat, can you use it on the same guy more than once? I think it's only once per turn, right? On each guy?
Nope. After activating a cyborg model, you may remove
No, activation splat. Not splat, the command dice.
The command dice, yeah, because once he's activated...
It's only on one...
No,
you can only use it on one guy?
No. Move, shoot, or fight. Only.
Those are the only ones you can only have to use on one guy?
Yeah, well, you can only use once. That model can only use once.
So activation, you can activate the same model multiple times?
I don't see why not. Well, we had that issue with Invigorate, and he can only do it once.
And this is version 3, and we should double check all.
I
of
was
these
just trying to
things.
figure out why networked would be better. That's why I was trying to see if it would be better. But if it's not, it's about the same then.
Right at the bottom, there's an exclamation point right under the splat. A model may only have one of either the advance, shoot, or assault results spent on it during its activation. That doesn't mean that. So you can't do that with special orders because there are some special orders out there that you could stack, like to reduce the AP of something. So you could, like the Enforcer to reduce the AP. I think it's Stallworth. You can use 3 splats if you want. You can use 5 splats if you want. It's stacked.
But,
so
now my point was the activate, the +1 model, the activate, who has not been activated.
After activating a cyborg model, you may remove an activation marker from another cyborg model.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty much it's the opposite pretty much than that one. Yeah.
So for every
it's
splat,
interesting.
So for every splat that you get, but also it's tack 1 and how many splats you're going to get. If you get for every splat you get, somebody's going twice.
Yeah.
As hopefully that guy don't die.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Because you can activate anybody.
So you know what? The last cyborg to go can he can use all the splats to reactivate everybody.
I still think it's only 1 per splat. Or 1 per activation.
Where's
I think
it
it's only 1 per activation.
Show me where it says it.
Maybe the FAQ will explain that, but it sounds to me that it's supposed to be you have to activate someone to unactivate someone else. But
I
think that's the letter of the law versus the meaning.
Rules as written and rules as intended. Rules as written, you could do it as much as you want.
Remove an activation. That's 1 activation.
I would assume it's a 1-for-1 situation. So
from another cyborg model. So if there's
an
2
activation mod. No, but it's 1. After activating a cyborg, you remove an activation from another. So I think it's
an activation, you can only have 1 activation on it. So therefore, the grammar's correct because if you have 2 models, they each have 1 on them.
Oh, English. Anyways, that's my list. Coach, please tell us what you think your list should be.
Well, after I've just won the argument, I will go. So what I was thinking is my thinking for the shut up, Jack. I see you. What I was thinking was I knew Jack's list would be a well-rounded list, and I know that Rob would go all cyborgs. You're very transparent, Rob. I knew you were going to go all cyborgs. So I wanted to do something different, but like make it. I didn't want to make a plague list or a GCPS list, so I wanted to make a Mazon list. So I wanted to kind of make it its own thing, and that's why
because it is just the plague and the GCPS shoved together.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, the stuff I would take in the plague, I would probably take here, or the stuff I would take with GCPS, I would take here. So, but I went the other way. So I decided to start off with my girl, Dr. Gail Simmons, which is a new addition to the Mazon. All right.
I don't know how this works. How she's available for multiple.
Trader.
She gets around.
Yeah, I guess so.
So,
well, she's not unique, so I think it's just a coincidence that there's 2 different doctors named Gail Simmons.
No, I don't know about that, but okay.
She's not unique. She doesn't have. Well, I guess all leaders are unique, right?
Well,
only have one of them.
When you think about it, though, she's probably one of the hardest to kill, in the sense that her stats are 6'5", 3 survive. Okay.
Best survive in the game, I would think.
Yeah, she's got 2 hit points, size 1. She is a medic, recon of 5+. So now, the Mazon's recons are horrible, 5 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
nothing lower than a 5. But it is what it is. She's TAC 1, but she's got tough, and she's a medic, and she's tough, and a survive of 3. So I think she's there. But this is one of the leaders she doesn't see the light of day. She hides somewhere. Deploy her somewhere where she could hide, and just hopefully nothing happens. She's
a combat powerhouse with that pistol.
With that pistol, yeah. Range 3. It's she got a 6 shoot. Then again, she does have a 5 fight, so
She's a stock pistol.
Don't
That's
come up.
The most basic of items.
Yeah, I think that's because that's what it comes with on the model.
She's super cheap though.
Yeah, that's another thing. She's only 18 points. Bioengineered meds. I'm glad you asked what it is, Jack. It is activate a lab technician, an active lab technician, security guard, or Urbana Blackwing Marine model may increase their speed by 1+1 for this round, or gain +1 die for a fight or shoot action. Not bad. Not bad.
It's like the other splats, but you can. It's like, hey, you can either roll a +1 move or roll a +1 to fight or
You could move. You can move faster, or you could shoot better, or you could shoot more. You get like an extra bullet. So it's basically like a regular ammo, a free ammo splat. Like if you want to do that, if you think about it that way. So staying with that, I don't want to take Marines or the Blackwing Marines or the Rangers or anything because they're, that's GCPS. So what I did was I went with
all lab techs.
Well,
all lab techs.
I was close, but I went with security guards. And the reason is, I'll tell you why. I'm glad you asked, Jack. I'm going to tell you why. So the Blackwing Marines, you're not going to get either the Marines or the lab techs are not going to come in. You're not going to go into combat. You're getting them to shoot, and they are fodder. All right. The only thing is that the security guards have a rifle on a range of 5. The Marines, the troops,
range 6,
also have. Range 6. I'm sorry. And the Marines also have the same thing. The only difference is they have rapid way to fire 1, which is good, but you're paying. The security guards are only 7 points apiece.
8 points.
What's that?
They're 8 points.
They're
Security
8
guards
points.
are 8 points.
I'm sorry. No. Yes.
The techs are.
Yeah. They're 8 points apiece, and for 3 points more, it's way to fire. So I was going with beef because I took 7 of them. So.
Hoarding out some sec guards.
Right. So I figured, what the hell? Let's do that, right? So those seven of those to help me out.
You could really screw up someone's day with that much rapid fire.
Yeah, with rapid fire, really.
They would just be pinned everybody.
Yeah, and then all right. So then what I did was after that, I took 2 Crevastors, which. I guess the coach's seal of approval went through all 3 of us, and sure. I took 2 of them. So
I should have taken more of those. Those are great.
Yeah, I think this is like another gem in the Mazon, and for some reason they're better with toxic. They're size 3, 4 hit points, armor 1. They fight on a 4.
But stealthy for a model that size.
Yeah, that's good
because very nice.
Otherwise, you're going to get clear shots at them every once in a while.
Yeah. And they're size 3, so that they can actually have someone in the cube with them, or they can move through cubes with people.
And they're not constructs, so you can actually heal them too. You could put Simmons with it and heal it.
Yeah, that's weird, huh?
I guess there's a creature inside that thing.
Yeah, maybe.
There's got to be some sort of like that.
They should be cyborgs. Why doesn't it have the cyborg keyword? Bastards.
Is there a cyborg keyword?
No.
There should
be. Name. There's no keyboards anymore. They just have it in the name. It should be called a Cravastor cyborg.
Yeah, that works. So I took 2 of them, and then what I did was rounding out. I took 2 Cyborg Alphas. Because we just talked about how good they are with all that stuff, so I couldn't pass it up. I knew Rob was taking all cyborgs, but the thing that bothered me was I'm not getting into the hate, but when I would run the
save it.
No, I'm saying when I would run the Mazon, I would always take a lot of plague victims. But when you put them up against the Cyborg Betas, the Cyborg Alphas, it's
they're quite expensive for 12 points.
they are for 12 points. I mean, they were good before, but I can't. Where the hell are they?
Coiner with Plague Victims is a classic. Like,
well, he makes them, but it's not like they have Horde or anything, so it doesn't help you.
No, but to play like that used to be what you would do if you wanted the Plague Victims. You'd have him. You'd be able to swap. You lose a model, you'd have it available to swap in.
Yeah, you'd be making them. Yeah.
But the Cyborgs did kind of crowd out that niche. Like it did duplicate a little bit, and I couldn't pass up the beta when I looked at the two together.
Right.
Yeah, betas. What's the fight on the beta is?
4.
Fights in 4 is 4 and 5. They're 4 and 5 also. They have two. They both have 2 hit points.
Mm-hmm.
They got Frenzy 1. What's the beta got? They got Resilient 1 instead.
Right.
And
but they have AP 1.
Yeah, the Plague Victims have no keywords on their weapons. So.
Nothing.
And they have Resilient 1. So
yeah,
you know what I mean?
And they're constructs too, so none of the gases and stuff aren't going to affect them.
Right.
So,
but then you
and Beast and Rampage are both bad things.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Right.
Like my beta could interact with the scenery. It can pick up.
And when it's injured, it's not going to freak out and start attacking your own guys.
Right.
When I looked at them side by
it's
side,
odd.
I had to make my choice.
Plague Victims are terrible for that price. They're way too expensive. They should be like half that price.
But then again, for 4 points more, taking the Alpha, who has all the same cool stuff as the Beta, just that he's got Frenzy and AP2 and Armor 1 for 4 points. It's
and the Beta has Armor 1.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the Beta has Armor 1 too. So
yes.
Plague Victims have no armor at all. So yeah. Oh, they're 2-3. They're fast. That's the only difference.
Yes.
But still, you know. Yeah. So that's why I thought the Alphas were good. And then rounding it out, I don't know if you know, I got a lot of points left. I was going to hoard. I was going to hoard the board. No, the ODSU. No.
Your favorite model?
ODSU. The ODSU I like. The other Chovar I don't like. I ended up taking the Tank Buster Strider. Because,
Tank Buster.
You know why?
Polaris Cannon.
AP4. AP4. You know,
so it's a Strider killer.
You have to, man, because Iron Ancestors now with these frickin' Spectras are going to be all over the place. You know, what is the Spectra? What's their armor?
Probably metal of some sort.
No, it's not.
Plastics.
I assume it's also 3.
They have a Chubbum armor. Man, they got a lot of. Spectrum is only armor 1.
The Phantom though is armor 2.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying. But you still gotta. You know, nothing really shoots armor AP1. You know, that's the thing. You know. So, and then I'm gonna give somebody ammo. Because, you know, maybe one of the security guards give them ammo for 2 points. And 2 points, yeah, and that's it. So that's 13 troops, 7 specialists, and 1 support. 23 VPs. 7 troops. Yep, 13 units altogether. 7, 4, and 1. And that's it. And that's why I wanted to make it more Mazon, because I wanted to take all that other good stuff, but I'm thinking I'm going to do the same exact list if we do GCPS, so I'll save it for that, you know, for that time.
We haven't done GCPS
yet? Jack, we have not done GCPS yet, correct?
Well, did you choose? No, Rob didn't choose it. I didn't choose it. So no, we have not.
You did that bit already. You did that bit already.
But I can
maybe put a good word in for us.
Yes, maybe I'll choose that.
Well, we have to run down the list, so, you know, from there.
Yeah, but we still have a whole other segment we got to do. I know, sir. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
We'll take a commercial break. We'll be back for the things we didn't take and any lingering anger, which I don't think there is much here. We'll be back.
Just don't talk about the Enforcers.
Get to the chopper.
Hey everyone, it's Coach from Family Gamer 777. I hope you're enjoying this episode of Team Building Exercise. And if you want to see tons and tons of Deadzone videos and more team building exercises, why don't you click that subscribe button and then you hit the bell notification so you'll never miss a video. Now, let's get on to the hate.
And welcome back. This is the award-winning team building exercise. We just did our lists for the Mazon Labs. Everything seemed, there was no real kerfuffle. There was nothing. No one got hot under the collar. I think everyone enjoyed. So why don't we just discuss what we didn't take and why, and then then we'll do a bit of hate, which I can't imagine there's too much of that either. But
the only thing we kind of went into it with the plague victims, but
I'm sure Coach will be able to fill in any time if we're running a little short.
Look, there's no hate halo above my head, so
no,
I don't got any hate.
And for those keeping track at home, the last base is off. I don't know. So that was all my Crystallins, my Cyborgs, and for some reason I got into my plague too. I don't know.
Why'd you take the Crystallins off?
Didn't someone say I had to?
It's for that Crystallin Deadzone list. I mean, it doesn't exist. Now we just created a rumor. Isn't that fun?
No, maybe Boomer will pop up.
Rumors are delicious.
Yeah, Boomer. I got the word right now. There's going to be Crystallin list, Boomer. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if there's Crystallin list, we're going to be accused of leaking it.
Yep.
Wait, there's it.
We have no insider information. He's not on the rules committee, and we're persona non grata. So.
Wait, hold on. I'm just getting Boomer saying something about a new enforcer FAQ. Something.
Oh.
A whole new list called the real enforcers, not these fake ones that the paper enforcers. There's the hate. Anyways, things we didn't take. Guard Commander Graves. He is head of security. Coach, tell us what head of security does.
Active model may perform a shoot action or blaze away action with a rapid fire weapon. You may use this once per activation.
So it's pretty much just a free shoot. Same as a shoot stat.
Nope. It's perform a free shoot action to blaze away.
So it's even worse than a shoot action.
Correct.
It's a free attempt at a pin.
So it's worse than a shoot on the dice. Nice. Why didn't we take this guy then, guys?
And
he's got a heavy pistol.
22 points.
He lost his rifle.
Yeah.
It's because the model doesn't have a rifle.
Yes, he does. Doesn't he? No, he has a pistol.
So.
No. He's the one with the pistol up and he's looking at his watch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought for sure when I was looking him over and I saw how his splat was kind of lame, I was like, okay, he's going to be the one with the recon. He's going to be recon 4+, 3+.
With TAC 2.
He's going to be TAC 2. You're going to take him for things that, okay, he's not a fighter. He's not, his splat's not.
Or he's going to be super cheap. So this is the guy you take just because you want a cheap leader. Nope.
I don't see. I
Nah, bro.
No.
Nah, bro. Nah.
Nah, man.
Nah, man.
He wasn't good last edition.
They hate him. He's a bit of a dick.
Is it because he's a Star Saga guy?
He's a dick, so they chumped him out.
Is there a can you buy Mazon other than Star Saga Mazon box
Good luck
sets?
trying to buy Star Saga. It's all gone.
Really? Okay.
So Mazon Labs is one of those ones that anyone new to the game is not going to be playing Mazon Labs unless they re-release.
Well, unless you're going to do it at GCPS heavy.
Right, you buy a GCPS and then you have to.
You have to buy Cyborg Deadzone or Dreadball that doesn't exist, and Star Saga which doesn't exist.
I'm telling you, it exists. I bought one.
Oh, well, I'm saying.
I mean, if they're not going to sell the stuff.
The reason we don't have some of the Living Legends is because they're not available anymore. Neither are these guys.
They are recently created. I'm sure if they don't come packaged in Star Saga, right now they're arranging sprues so that they can do.
I would hope that. It's
only a matter of
because
time.
they're actually a decent faction. It's not. They're not.
they're not available in army boxes or booster boxes yet.
Yeah,
but
no.
Maybe in the future they will be.
But
they have to be.
But it's a little bit from everywhere. So if you get a GCPS box, with the Striders and whatnot, and if you run Plague, you can kind of put it together. But the Cyborgs, you'd have to get, like you said, from Dreadball. But
I hope they have all this tooling, so they should be able to just
Crash the War
repackage
from
them.
Dreadball.
That's the thing. It's the only reason this list exists is to use models that were available from Star Saga and Dreadball, and now those things aren't available. So
these things are but
like
the Cyborg.
It's not and Star Saga it's not like it's out of stock. Like they haven't had Star Saga in a long time. I remember selling the last 3 years ago at Gen Con. I sold the last Star Saga in North America. So
and that's how you.
They're not making this game anymore.
That's how you got your nickname.
Yeah, I was in a book for that. Yeah. Anyways, they don't. It doesn't exist anymore. So unless they're going to re-release Star Saga, which
I don't know. I don't know the box set, but I remember the Kickstarter had a lot of great stuff in it, man. It had the Mazon. Mazon had all those heroes or living legends now.
Mercs, or whatever.
Yeah, the Mercs. The Mercs.
None of which are real anymore, so you can't use any of those guys.
No, I'm just saying. It was a good.
Oh, if you want, it's a good deal for tons of stuff.
Yeah, and then you get a bunch of, and then we got a bunch of nameless in it.
It was a beautiful Kickstarter.
Yeah, it was good,
and it was a great game, and it still is a good game because it's not dead.
It's a board game. You own it, but it's a board game. I mean, I don't know when
it's not forever. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, it's not one of those.
It's not a problem.
But then again, when's the expansion for Monopoly coming out? I know they.
Well, they just reskin it all the time.
Yeah, they just reskin it.
There's a Metallica Monopoly coming out.
Yeah.
That's how much they reskinned it.
Yep.
Anyways, Lab Techs. They are pretty terrible, but they're only 7 points. They're 0 VPs too, and your favorite things. Yeah.
Oh, I hate 0 VPs.
And they have under control too, so if you have some rampaging guys, you throw these guys in with them. Although you can't throw it in with the Aberration because he's size 4. But
what would be the reason to take them over, let's say, the security guard, which is 1 point more? So 0 VPs, all right. So you're just going to annoy the crap out of somebody. So for 140 points, you can take 20 of them. All right.
It's the under control. I think you take a few just to control your some of your crazy guys.
Just roll better. Rampage. Just roll better.
Me personally,
and I guess also, go ahead. They have hacker. That's what I was going to say. You could just hoard them out and just take objectives, and you can't kill them enough to. You'd be wasting all your shots on these guys while your real stuff's doing damage. Anyways, Jack, you were saying
they have a shock baton that does knockback. Change that to a stun baton that does stun, and you'd have something that would be.
Oh then the points and VPs have to change then
a little bit, but right now I don't know. When you fight,
they're probably the cheapest hacker in the game.
Yeah, well, but I think the thing is, like, I don't know, the way I approach Deadzone is like, what can you bring offensively to the table? And when you look at these guys, they're not offensive. They're not bringing anything offensive.
They're like medics, really. They're cheap medics, cheap hackers. Saves on 6s too. It's not like they're going to survive much.
No. Yeah, but if you kill them, who cares?
That's what I'm saying. They're going to be running over to try to hack, like if those are objectives to hack terminals and stuff.
Right.
But you just take a pot shot at them, they're going to be dead. So.
Yeah, but then again, you have Dr. Simmons, and Lab Techs with her splat gives them a 1+1, so they could actually run up, and then
2-3,
and hack something.
You might take a few just to do that. I wouldn't think you'd use them that much.
I wouldn't take a few. It's either a lot or none.
Nah, you take 1 or 2 just to be hackers.
Or conversely, you run this idiot up right into the front lines, and people go, "Why are you doing this?" And they don't get a VP when inevitably they get killed.
Right.
But then they come up as
resurrect them, yeah.
And that's why you sprinted him, sure to die into battle, and you didn't cost you any VPs. Whereas
cheap troop tax too, I guess.
Cheap troop tax.
But like maybe? You say, Mazon security for 1 extra point, I'd rather have somebody who can shoot.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyways, enough of those guys. We didn't take Blackwing engineers or medics. Same reason we never take engineers or medics, I think.
Jack, you took the Marines, right? The regular Marines?
We took the Marines.
Yes.
Yeah.
My mono wheels we didn't take. I love guys on bikes. I hate mono wheels, so. But they're for one extra point you can throw a guy in a motorcycle and you get to go 2.5. That's pretty fun.
I will save my whole either if you want to watch the GCPS video or even the Mazon video, but I didn't take this because I don't want to spoil my GCPS list, but there might be there might be some bikes in that list.
Oh, well, if we wanted to see these videos, is there some place we could go? Like you recommend some place? Someone does videos about this kind of stuff?
We're on the channel now.
Real quick, right above Rob's head, after you're done, that little thing over there, I'll have the whole playlist.
Oh, a full convenient playlist too.
Yeah. You could spend the whole weekend with Coach. Why not? I mean, it's everybody's
I
dream.
listen to him at 2 times speed.
Well, I always knew that you were a fan of Alvin and the Chipmunks, so there you go.
It doesn't sound that bad. I get used to it. Tac drones. We didn't take tac drones, guys.
Rob, you know what? You said that season 1, and I tried it a few times. I can't do it, man.
I think that's a meme. I don't think anyone can do that. I don't know anyone who.
No, Rob's auditory senses are off the charts.
I listen at 2 times speed all the time.
I can't.
Every single show on YouTube I watch.
I can't.
Is 2 times speed.
I can't do it, man. I can't.
I watch normal shows on 1.5 speed.
I don't believe it. That's outrageous.
He's like you're like an Adderall freak.
I think my brain works faster than most people's.
I think the audio, your sense, like I've learned a lot from Rob when it comes to sound, like how to have things sound better. No, seriously, when we were doing Third Sphere, I was like, Rob, did you listen? Yeah, it's good, but you got to boost this up. You got to do this. And I'm like, I don't even hear the difference. And then Rob would tell you to adjust a few things and like, oh man, Rob is right. And then you got to truncate silence. No, I'm saying, so if anybody's set out to listen to something at 2 times speed, it's Rob.
I suppose if you're listening...
I used to edit all the videos at 2 times speed,
Yeah.
Maybe I'm used to it.
I couldn't do that. And Third Sphere used to be 3 hours. I couldn't do it. I tried.
God, I don't listen to our podcast once, let alone 3 hours worth.
No, but I would be listening to, and it'd be going on twice the speed, and it's like, and then like Tyler would go, oh man, curse or something. Can we do that again? Okay, oh man, I gotta go back. I missed it. Nah, bro.
So
you're telling me all the time that you've given me crap about how the haptic feedback on my phone is too much and how I need wind touching my eyeballs, and you're mocking me and ridiculing me, and you listening to and you watch shows at multiple okay, yes. Well, you're banned from any kind of comments about my need for interaction.
Yours is all physical stuff. Mine's like Coach said, auditory. Tac drones, you need a remote to use them, unfortunately, so you need an engineer. That's probably why we didn't take tac drones, right, guys?
Wow, they're remote, huh?
Yeah.
So you have to take an engineer.
Yes, remote does, right? I'm not crazy.
Yeah, no, you're right. I want to check something. But go ahead, keep going.
Yeah, they're tac drones. There's a command tac drone that gives you tac 1 and command communication relay, which is kind of cool, but it's 22 points. They're so expensive.
When you take a remote thing, do you have to take... So let's say I take 4 tac drones. Do I need 4 engineers or just one? Just one, right?
Yep. 1 engineer in your list just to take those, yeah.
So it's a troop that has a troop tax. No, it's a troop that has a specialist tax.
Is the engineer a specialist?
Yeah.
Yes, he is, yeah.
They've always been specialists, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
You know what? I'm sorry. I didn't catch that. I'm glad you said that.
But look at the points. Like, you can take the actual other guys. You can do the same thing for cheaper. So why would you take a tac drone?
No, yeah, but
size 2, 3 hit points. I guess that's pretty good.
But in the other faction, they have a really nice place.
In GCPS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I think with this, I'm sorry, Jack. Just with this, the only thing I would say the heavy laser rifle would be good because it's AP2. So you're bringing a little bit more AP into it. You know, if you a lot of stuff we've covered so far. You know, we've done the Asterians, the Enforcers, but you know, like the like the Nameless, and even the Asterians, the armor and stuff is not there. So with this stuff, you know, you're gonna have to think ahead. That's why, like, I took the Strider with AP4, just in case you want to bring something big. I have an answer for it. Because if not, then it's just gonna go through. You know, you're gonna keep waves and waves crashing against it, and nothing happens. That's, you know, I know that the lack of AP is prevalent in the game now, but you got to bring something to account for armor, because armor's still in the game.
Well, I think you just have to roll better, Coach.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
Get good. A quick question: in the manual, it doesn't have the TAC drone, the picture of it to show what it is.
Because they came out after the manual, I think.
No, but I think I think they do.
Well, it's not in the under the Mazons.
GCPS.
It's under the GCPS.
Yeah.
So, is it the? I'm just going off my mind. There's one that looks like a little spider.
Yeah.
That's the one
with the stuff on top. Like, so you have the rifle, the missile launches, the autocannon on top, and I think one has a radar dish.
For those of us playing at home and just don't know, I've seen the pictures of it. I just it's not here in the manual, and I don't own one, so I was like, I think it's that one from the GCPS.
Yeah, it's the new GCPS box set.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're actually pretty cool. I think, you know, what was that movie we always talk about from when Gene Simmons is the bad guy with the little spiders?
Tom Selleck is the
Runaway.
That's a very underrated movie. I thought that was very good.
It's a classic.
Classic. Where were we? We didn't take ODSU, which is not called an ODSU anymore.
Mama call him Clay. I'ma call him Clay.
He's now called the Neuro-Linked Chovar for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Energy Shield 2, Hacker, Frenzy 1, Psychic. Saves on 6s, though, but he got 4 hit points. And he's got all his wacky psychic abilities.
Also Energy Shield 2, so you're rolling 6s all around. No, I know. I'm saying, you know, to make him hardier.
Yeah. Psychic Blast, Psychic Stun, Invigorate, and Knockback. Yeah. 26 points, 3 VPs. Pretty expensive.
Make him 26 points and 2 VPs, and he's worth it.
Yeah, he's alright. But he's it's the only good thing about psychic stuff. You don't need range, or you don't need line of sight.
Listen, nice, psychic stuff is awesome. It really is. Just maybe not on this guy, but you know, like we were talking about the psychotrope. One of the best things about him is the psychic stuff. You know, he's a little more hardy than the Chovar is.
Yeah.
You'd have to build the list more around him than just have him as an addition to the list.
Mm-hmm.
You can also have a bunch of them because troop tax is so cheap in these guys. You could have a bunch of Chovars running around.
This would be one of those guys that would be good with somebody in a defender shield in the cube.
Which nobody has defender shields. I don't think
not in this.
Striders do with the.
But he's
Ajax,
size 4.
Yeah, you can't go in the cube with him.
Yeah.
We didn't take Plague Victims. We already discussed those. Mm-hmm. Medibots. We never take Medibots.
No.
I'd rather have a medic.
Jack, you took the Rangers, right?
Yep, he did.
Yeah.
And then different types of Striders we didn't take, just because usual reasons. Ajax too expensive. The other ones are fine though.
Mm.
Chainsaw Assault Flamer one's kind of you got enough hand to hand in this list. You don't need that guy as a Strider. Why would you take that when for 2 points cheaper you can take the Aberration? Right. You would never take the Urban Assault Strider when you could have the Aberration.
Yeah, I never even. I've tried them a few times. It's just, and that range. It used to be range 2. Now it's range 3. The
flamethrower.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it could work, but yeah.
And last but not least is Subject 901. 24 points, 3 VPs. He only got AP 1.
Mm-hmm.
Frenzy 2, which is nice. Tack 1. He only moves 1-2, which is not great. Fights on 4, saves on 4s, armor 1. Size 2, 4 hit points, though. He's got more hit points.
And he's a dope model, so that there's plenty of cool points to go around for him. I would not chastise anyone for taking him on.
Is that him right there?
I don't know.
I think that's him right there.
In the middle there?
I think so.
Could be.
Yeah, because he got the Wolverine hat on.
Yeah.
The Weapon X.
Weapon X hat, yes.
Yeah, anything else to say about 901?
He's
24 points.
It's expensive.
What size base does he go on?
40.
Oh.
He's a size 2.
Okay.
He's a size 2.
This is an Alpha Simeon. Never mind.
I think
he's probably size 3. He probably should be on a 60.
Yeah. What's it called?
Okay, well then he comes off too. I've got most of my rebs. Why are you making me do all this?
We haven't
most
done
of my
rebs yet.
are off the base.
No.
Now.
Isn't 901 basically a leaper?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So the only thing too is I thought that they would have more equipment, being a lab. You know,
they don't have any shields or energy shields. That's the only thing they're only really missing.
But why? But Rebs have it. Why would Rebs have it? You know, I'm just, I'm saying
it's corporate culture. They decided not to spring for the those things. They're like, we could give you medical care and a couple extra weeks off, or you could have energy shields. And the union voted for the weeks off and the medical care. That's the way it works.
And budgets, people. The stockholders, You know
There's
what?
people to answer to. The Rebs don't have anybody to answer to.
Each guard should be assigned a riot shield. Oh, wait, riot shields cost how much? Okay, well, then we're going to go with...
Stun batons.
What? Okay, then yes. The shotguns, I'm sorry, guys. We can't even spring for the shotguns.
I wish the Striders were a little different, too.
All the Striders are exact same for every army now. Boring.
I wish they,
Boring.
I mean, I understand that there's a certain amount of models and stuff, but,
It used to be nice when there was difference between units.
Yeah, or some, some were better than others as far as their stats and whatnot.
Yeah, that's right. The Reb Strider was worse than the Enforcer Strider.
And the Plague Strider was bad, too. I mean, as well it should be, because...
I remember one time where I was playing Jack, and I had the one Strider and he had the other, and I shot him. He's like, "You can't do that." I was like, "Yeah, I can." But mine can't do that.
We squared up, and we were going to go toe-to-toe, and he just stayed one square outside of my range and got... Yeah, that was...
And that was the first time we realized, oh my god, these have different stats, because Jack used to just read the Plague, and I just used to just read the Enforcer, so...
Back in the old days.
But that was...
Back in the old days.
Yeah, but that was good. That was uniqueness between the factions. I think that was good. I think...
Hey, and the Enforcers were slightly better than other people.
Right, because you're paying a premium.
But no, not anymore.
Not anymore.
This is not the Enforcers. Who mentioned the Enforcers?
No, we're just talking about Striders.
Any other hate? I don't think there's anything else we can really hate on this list. We actually used quite a bit of it.
Yeah. And I don't think it's overpowered. I don't know if there's power creep involved. Maybe I'm mistaken.
This is a good faction, man. These guys
solid.
These are solid. I didn't take a lot of
choice.
I didn't take a lot of GCPS stuff because I'm going to save that for the list. But you sprinkled some of that, like what Jack did, and you get some better shooting in there. And then some of these unique guys like the Crevastor and the Cyborgs, you can get some work done. I think so. And then if you want to really just be a jerk, you take 2 aberrations or whatever. I really do like this fact. It's like a little bit of each. So if you don't want to run Plague or you don't want to run GCPS, you want to run a little bit of both with a little uniqueness in it. Here it is.
Well, that's why I like the Cyborgs, because there's something unique to this list.
Yeah.
I think they're a nice addition. Otherwise, it was just, why wouldn't I just play Plague or GCPS? But the Cyborgs add that extra little level.
And hopefully, like maybe next edition we get like Cyborg Omega or something like that. Maybe a
leader,
we
do have the leader with the Prime.
Yeah, but I'm saying like a Cyborg,
the giant one.
Like a Cyborg, or even just like a size 3.
I think we need an Alpha Simeon with Cyborg parts.
Yeah, or a Teraton. You know, they experimented on a
Yeah,
Teraton, and what's that?
I don't need anybody else having teleport.
No. But I'm saying, but maybe they have some kind of unique teleport system
A
that.
stage 1 as a support, not as a leader.
With all the cyborg
Yeah,
parts hanging off.
he's a little worse because he's a little messed up. So he's not as good as the regular stage 1, but just a messed up stage 1.
Well, what I did with my I got, you know, from between the Kickstarters and buying Plague boxes, getting ready for Warpath at the time, I took one of the aberrations and I put a bunch of screws in his back and put wires on it to make him, you know, this is the Mazon's.
Yeah, he broke away.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm saying that's the Mazon's aberration. It's not
to make
like
him look different.
Yeah, make him look different, and you know, painting him a little different to make him unique to the Mazon fact. Because I don't know if I would run more than one, but the one that runs, he's, you know, and I'm not saying I wouldn't, but like making the list, I would probably definitely put 1. 2 would be very rare.
You're putting a lot of eggs in that basket. If you're putting 2.
I mean, it's 80 points. It's 80 points and 8 VPs.
That's almost half your army.
Yeah.
When you could go AP shooter with a Strider combo situation.
Yeah.
Right.
That's kind of what I did with the Crevice Store.
Yeah, but my hot take is if it, barring availability of the models, this I think would be a good beginner faction, because if you had enough models you could mix and match, try your hand at shooting, try your hand at, and I don't think there's a whole hell of a lot of have to be's and interactions.
There's not too much combos that.
It just seems the shooters shoot and the fighters fight, and you can basically, you know, without overwhelming a beginner. It's a hot take, but I think so.
Shooters shoot, fighters fight, and haters gonna hate.
They see me rolling.
Ride or die, bitches. So Jack, would you like me to go through the list?
Yes, I think it is. Yeah, it is my turn.
It is your turn.
The first one.
It is your turn. I didn't do the first one. The book chose it for us.
Yeah, I did the first one. Then, since this is 4, mathematically, it would be coming back to me.
Right.
So
we've done the Asterians, Enforcers, Mazon Labs, and the Nameless. Remaining is, in alphabetical order, is the GCPS, the Forge Fathers, the Marauders, the Rebs, the Plague, and the Veer-myn, and then the Mercs.
There's no Mercs.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then never mind. You need that again, or?
No, I can't do Forge Fathers because honestly, I don't have enough models to do Forge Fathers. So,
so we're not going to do Forge Fathers because you can't.
It's going crazy here.
We can't do Forge Fathers because you don't have enough models. We're not going to get to it. Is that what you're trying to say, Rob?
No.
So he has to buy more.
What I have to do is I have to go. Hey, Rob, you got a sprue or 2 laying around?
I do actually. Somewhere.
Or actually, no. You know what? They're just giving some new love to the Forge Fathers, or to the Marauders. Do you think maybe we should take a look at that? Maybe, and then looking for a little input here. Okay, no input. We're doing the we're doing the Veer-myn.
Oh, Veer-myn. What happened to Marauders? Oh, come on, Rob. Now I got to edit this.
So they typed in Marauders. He changed it to Veer-myn.
Clack. Period. Changed it. Okay. Yes.
So Veer-myn or Marauders? What was the final? Because I know sometimes you go too far for the comedy.
Sometimes I do. I do commit to the bit, and if we're gonna do Marauders, we're just gonna do Marauders, and that's just the way it is.
Okay. So Marauders.
So what are we doing? You just want to choose.
Veer-myn. Well, we're doing Veer-myn.
Okay.
We're doing Veer-myn. I wondered if we could do a little like a little cross promotion thing with the Marauders, but I hate them.
Or we'll just do them both at the same time.
Oh, we can't do that.
I don't think you can handle that.
No, we're already gonna see. I've got this idea for. Okay, so who takes us out? Who's gonna end this debacle? This.
I think we have to do a shout out.
Oh yes.
Watch Family Gamer 777 right here, where you're right now. Watch Dragon's Tome on YouTube, where we talk about Dragon Magazine chronologically. Me, Jack, and our friend Patrick. And also listen to Mobile Armor Radio on your favorite podcasting vehicle of choice.
Hey, Rob. One of the guys that I play Deadzone and Crisis Protocol with said that he's been playing this game. He was wondering if I would like to get into it. It's about these robots and stuff. It's called BattleTech. And I was like,
robots?
"Oh, wait!" I said, "Wait a minute." I says, "Let me tell you about this guy." So,
is that why Hot Dice keeps asking me what the best things are?
Yes, yeah. All I have to do is say, "Oh, I'm thinking about getting into BattleTech. I just bought 12 armies."
Yeah, and I even made Jack print up some mechs. So.
Well, we are on I do have the podcast Battle Jack, where I go through my list, and I've gone through. I'm all the way up to C now with the crab. So next episode, I forget what it is. My favorite so far, we've already recorded them. The Owens, dapper little bastard. So yeah, look forward to that.
Dapper little. Do you have to blink that one out? You allowed to say that word? Anyways, this has been Mobile Radio. See, you got it on my brain.
There we go.
Team building exercise. Season 5, episode 4, The Mazon. And I've been Rob. And
I'm Jack.
And I'm Coach.
And we'll be back next time for the veer-myn. The best thing about the veer-myn, somebody was like, I wish that 40K had Skaven in space. I was like, play Deadzone. It's a better game. So, there you go.
Yes. Okay. Show's over, everyone. Start your printers.